Welcome back, everybody, to the Delta McKenzie ASA Classic, Coleman, Alabama, our last division of the evening. Known pro Darren Christianberry, there's our leaderboard.
Jeff Rainey was your winner last month in Metropolis. He's back on top of the 452. Robert Householder has a multi-time shooter of the year in known pro. He's back in there with a 450. Michael Holbert, young stud, 448. Dane Johnston, he's won more than one time out here in the known pro, 446. And then Stephen Hansen, the baby-faced assassin at 444. This should be a good one.
Nathan Brooks, bring him out.
All right, for our final event of the 2022 ASA Classic will be your known pro division. And in fifth place, from a little place called Denmark, shooting for PSC, Stefan Hansen. And in fourth place, from Leota, Indiana, shooting for Matthews, Dane Johnson. And in third place, from Fort Wayne, Indiana, shooting for PSE, Michael Holbert. And your second place qualifier from Millbrook, Alabama, shooting for Matthews, Robert Householder. And your first place qualifier from Goddard, Kansas, shooting for Matthews, Jeff Rainey.
All right, Darren, we saw the rangefinders out there. Tell the folks at home how far these targets are.
Yeah, known pro. That means these guys are ranging with a rangefinder. That Black Panther that we talked about being so long is 49 yards. The Wolverine is 28 yards. The Cinnamon Bear is at 50. The Russian Boar is 37. And that deer down there that we saw, McCarthy 14, is 43 yards away.
That just lets you know how impressive that shooting was earlier. You know, folks who were hitting those bonus rings, especially at 49 and 50 yards.
Yeah, half a football field. There's a good look at Stefan Hansen right there from Denmark. This kid's got some game.
One of our international shooters.
He can shoot a bow. Oh, and he went 14 right off the bat.
And we should mention these known pro guys. We're going to see them aiming at a lot of bonus rings, like Dane
right
Johnson.
There, Dane Johnson making a move.
Dane won at Fort Benning this year. Robert Householder hits the 12.
Yeah, these guys are just setting their sight within a tenth of a yard. They know exactly how far these targets are.
And they are swinging for the fences.
Yeah, Holbert on a 50-yard bear. I think he was shooting at that 14. Good for him. We talked about that earlier.
There's a 10 for Jeff Rainey on the Panther.
462 for Jeff. We're going to see some moving and some shaking out here. At least 214 shot on that first arrow out there.
Robert Householder, two-time shooter of the year in this class, yet this is his first shoot down this year.
Yeah, it's crazy how competitive this class is. 14 puts him at 464. He just took the lead. It's crazy how competitive. And we talked about, shooter of the year titles. Kyle Douglas is shooter of the year for the 5 events that he got to keep for his shooter of the year title. He averaged 49 up per event. That's crazy.
49 up. 80 would be perfect. Yeah. Be all 40-12s.
Yeah. Good 10 right there.
6 points behind
458. These guys know coming in, you can't be like, okay, I want to see what everybody else is doing.
No.
This is one where you're like, if I should shoot at it, you better shoot at it because everybody else is going to. And we've witnessed that.
Yep. There's Dane, as we mentioned.
14
Fort
points.
Benning.
That's a 460. So he's jumped up into third right now, went from fourth to third. Dane looks pretty determined.
Yes, he does.
Another Indiana boy. Michael's from Fort Wayne. Bunch of Indiana folks out there in these shootdowns tonight. 8 for Stefan, 452.
Let's look at the board real quick. Our leader now is Robert Householder at 464 and 28 bonus
Yeah, you
rings.
talk about a guy who
Second,
really
Jeff
doesn't have
Rennie at
this game where he
462 at
lives,
27
Stefan
bonus rings.
Hansen. So
Dave
he
Johnson, 460 and 24
doesn't get to
bonus
work
rings.
at it like
Mike
everyone
Holman,
else does, but he's such a
458
good
and 26
archer
bonus rings. Stefan
that he
Hansen,
can come out here and hang with the big boys.
452
Yeah, I believe
bonus
Stefan
rings.
bought a house and is remodeling a house in Cancun, Mexico.
Mexico, yeah.
His fiance or wife, I don't know if they're married yet. She's from Mexico, and
Right.
that's where he currently resides.
Internationally, he still competes for Denmark, but yeah,
Good look at Robert Householder there.
Okay, Stefan Rennie.
Alabama boy right there.
Super nice guy.
Yep.
He looks pretty focused as well.
Yes, he does. He's saying, "What's up?
Yeah, he's like,
what
let's
are we
go.
waiting for?"
Hey, I'm ready. Yeah. Start my 1 minute.
We'll start your 1 minute now.
There it
we go.
is. There's more of that four-fletch craze. I talk about that a lot.
Yeah,
4 veins on his arrow there.
that has caught on this year like crazy.
Boom.
Probably because of Tim
I
Gillingham.
wonder if he called up or.
Oh, Dane didn't like whatever he shot at.
Oh, he shot it to 14 and left for a 5.
Wide left.
Those are so hard to overcome.
Yeah, in the shoot down, that is rough.
All right.
There's a good look over the shoulder of Stefan.
Stefan Hansen, currently at
He went at the
Ooh,
14.
that's in the right area. Oh, just over it.
8 for Stefan
8
Hansen.
points.
It's going to hit him at 460.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, our leader,
That's so hard too,
South
because they
Africa,
have to shoot at him.
Yeah.
And if you miss a couple, it's just like, man, now I'm climbing a hill that I can't get to the top of.
It's Jeff Rainey on the 28-yard Wolverine. He smashes that.
Puts him at 476.
14 for Jeff Rainey.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's a fairly close target. That's one these guys will murder.
14.
Yeah, they all better plan on hitting that 14.
Robert Householder.
Robert Householder up next on the longest target, the 50-yard bear. 50 is the max distance. There's a little wiggle room. They may get to 51.
He did call up.
He got that 12.
476. So he jumps up there and ties Rainey.
476 and 29 to 476 and 28. Next up, Mike Holbert.
Michael Holbert looks like he went for that 14, but I think he's a little
All right,
bit.
Michael.
He's
Oh,
got it.
no, he got it.
That kid's got game.
14 for Michael Holbert. Moves him to 472.
472.
This is only Michael's second shoot down ever. He made the first one in Foley where he finished second, which was our first event of the season. Now he finishes up at the Classic, back in the shoot down.
And for Dane,
There's Dane's 5. 465 for Dane.
That one hurts.
And that forces him now. I mean, he's
Yep.
got to shoot at 14s the rest of the way. He has to.
then 472, 465.
So I believe we are tied at the top here. Jeff Rainey, Robert Householder both at 476. Michael Holbert 72, Dane Johnson 65, and Stefan Hansen 60. This will be our third arrow. The rain has stopped. That's not an issue now. Little breeze, but it's not bad. If anything, it feels good.
It does. I've been told all my life, PJ, that the older you get, the faster time goes by. It's almost August 1st, and ASA season is over after these next
Unbelievable.
4 or 5 arrows. It's crazy how fast this year's gone.
Cannot believe it.
Now,
That means tomorrow we can start practicing for next year.
I was going to say, I bet next year comes around pretty fast,
there's
too.
a good look at Rainey. He's so steady. That big boy's got some game.
Oh, if he called up right,
He's close
believe
to
he
it,
got
isn't
it. And again, that's at 50 yards.
Here goes Dane. He's moving over to the 49-yard Panther, second longest target.
I bet he shoots at the 14.
No, he went at the
just
upper.
off.
okay.
So those black targets, Darren, we talked at some of the earlier divisions. They're tough to aim at.
They are. I mean, you can see there, you can see some light, dark spots on it, some muscle definition, so you do have something to aim off of, but it's not perfect.
No.
You can't see the arrow holes in there.
Yeah. the deer, that tan color is just a little bit easier to aim at.
Mm-hmm.
You can get lost in that black. Your pin moves around a little bit.
We used to shoot a pronghorn antelope. It had a white patch in it. You could really see the ring in that, dude.
I think. There we go, Stefan Hansen.
474.
That's 28-yard Wolverine.
That Wolverine is a tricky tie. 28, it's not bad, but at 48, it's rough.
I shot that with Chris Perkins yesterday. It was a 47 yards and in horrible lighting.
Mm-hmm.
We got 10s, but it was lucky.
Yeah, boy, that's a close arrow right there. Wow. And you see from there, it looks like it's just wide to me, but from up above or below, you might get a different read.
Yeah, look at all those perforations. And we'll say the judges, if they can't definitively see it, yep, they're going to give it to the shooter.
Jeff Rainey, 488.
We hear a lot of folks, oh, that was in, that was out.
Mm-hmm.
It's different when you're there, and those arrow holes, or those holes that are made in the construction,
yeah,
that obscures the line. All that comes into play.
There's another close arrow. That looks a little more defined to me.
Yeah, right.
Something paradise or something.
Let's see what we got.
Sandra Bullock.
10 points.
10, yeah.
486.
He's now tied for bonus rings with Jeff.
So he goes back into second now, 2 points behind Rainey.
Hilarious. I thought it was
And Michael shot at the 14 on the deer. Looks like Don's got an 8 card ready.
Yeah.
An 8 for Michael.
Straight right of it. Wow.
Now, let's go to the next
Good
one.
effort, Michael.
480.
480.
Jeff, 48 and 29.
So he's hanging on to third right now. Rainey's back in first. So we're almost, other than Dane and Stefan, we're exactly like we started. They flip-flop by 1 point.
Stefan, 474, 26. 2 more arrows before the final arrow.
Temperature's actually pretty good out here now.
Yeah.
Maybe that
this
little
is
front,
nice.
Yeah, took some of that humidity away. There's just a little bit of a breeze, so wind's not really a factor.
You know, the pro shoot down, this ends their weekend tonight, but we should mention tomorrow, amateurs will be back out here on their range, finishing their weekend as well. So it continues on through Sunday.
Arrow number 4 coming up.
All right, Michael, you ready?
Jeff looks pretty focused.
Okay. We'll start your 1 minute now.
Jeff's actually been shooting some of the IBO events where you have to judge as well, and he's not a bad unknown shooter.
No, he's
a good archer.
Yeah.
Got a strong indoor game too. Got a good mental game.
And he just gave himself another 14, I believe. Michael Holbert, he missed low on that one.
That's not going to help him much right there, darn it.
No.
Yeah, make sure you leave your cones out until after the arrow.
Those 5s are so rough when these guys are pounding the 14 rings.
All right, first up, a 5 for Michael.
485.
Using the 485.
45 for Michael Holbert.
That changes up the race for third place right there.
Just look at Dane. What did he do?
14 on that.
He smashed
Of
it.
course.
Very popular spot for this
I
class.
believe everyone has hit that 14 so far in this division.
Wow, really?
That's going to take Dane to a 489.
He has jumped ahead of Michael Holbert now.
Here's to the 489. Next up, Stefan Hansen on the ground wire.
There's Dane's dad. Standing there with him. Always with him through the weekends. Out there on the lines.
Stefan went at that 14 on that bear.
Yes, he did.
Straight right of it. I wonder if there's a little bit of left to right breeze out there.
Yeah.
Those guys have hit right, and that's, I won't say unusual, but it's just, it didn't feel like there was enough wind to move those arrows that far.
Right. 482.
All right.
And this is
Earlier, Jeff Rainey at 488.
This is Jeff. He got that
He
one.
sure did.
14 for Jeff Rainey.
That puts him at 502. Is that correct?
I believe it is.
Wow. If you break the 500 mark, 500-point mark at an ASA, you've shot well.
We still got at least one to go.
Yeah.
14 for Robert
Householder steps up and smashes one. That puts him at 500.
500.
This is getting good.
You can see Barry Langston next to him with that Archery Unlimited jersey on. That's where Robert Householder works in Alabama. So you can go into that archery shop, and there's Robert Householder helping you out with your bow.
He knows what he's doing.
Yes, he does.
This is your 5th arrow. Anybody within 10 points will go to a final arrow.
These archery pro shops, some of them just have such a wealth of knowledge that if you can get in there, boy, take advantage of it. You can learn the game, you can elevate your game, whatever level you're at, you can really advance in the sport of archery.
I wonder if Householder 14 and this deer changed Rainey's plans, because I think Jeff was just probably going to shoot it at 12, but he may have to try to 14 this thing now. Good look at him right there. No, he shot center 10. He was obviously shooting at a 12. Good look at Dane.
Dang, that's a close. Can't see where the other side of his arrow is.
It looks like Householder went at the 14 on the Panther.
His work's not done yet, folks.
There's a good look at him. Where'd that arrow land? Let's see it.
It's in the right area.
It is. He shot at it.
Oh, just under. Wow.
So that's 508.
Ah, that's a 4-point swing there. Jeff is going to have a 4-point lead now.
Yeah, Jeff shot a 10, so he gained 2 extra points right there. Michael Holbert on that 28-yard Wolverine.
Is he going to keep the streak alive? Yes, he
5
is.
for 5.
14.
So that's a 499. Rainey's 10. That put him at 512, and that'll bump Michael out of the final arrow.
All right, Dane Johnston on the
See
brown
what
bear,
Dane's
throwing
got.
489.
Yeah, if he called upper, it's close. I'm looking at it. Oh, boy.
All right, Dane,
I believe he got that
Well,
one.
that's a big arrow there, because he's going to go ahead of Holbert with that 12.
That's going to take him to 501.
Yes.
And with Rainey at 512, oh, he's going to be out by 1 point.
Even Dane. Dane won't.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Dane won't be out in the final arrow. Michael won't be in the final arrow. This is Stefan with a 14.
He got the 14.
496. He will not be in the final. So the final arrow is going to be Jeff Rainey and Robert Householder.
Yep.
And then Dane Johnston's going to finish in 3rd.
Yeah, Stefan Hansen will finish in 5th. Michael Holbert in 4th. Dane Johnson 3rd.
Jeff Rainey 512 with 30 bonus rings. Robert Householder.
So we're going to get us
508.
We're going to get to see a 14 shot at here.
And everybody else is not within 10. So the final arrow will go between Robert and Jeff.
Yeah, Robert, he doesn't have any other choice.
And our 5th champion is Stefan Hansen.
They shot solid out there.
Yeah.
A couple mistakes by some guys, but man, it's easy to do. I think it goes fast out there.
They are going to shoot the Cinnamon Bear, we are told. Now, where do they have them shoot it from? It's already 50 yards.
It's already 50. The only thing they're going to do is make it a little easier for them if they move it up. You can see that plug where it makes that corner around that 14.
Yeah.
That's a really good aiming reference on that target, so they'll have no trouble figuring out where to put their pin. It was just so far, 50 yards trying to hit that 50-cent piece. It's a really risky shot, so you didn't see a lot of guys shoot at that 14 there.
Nope. But when you have to, you have to.
Looks like he moved it up about 5 yards.
Yeah.
The brown bear.
Shooting the brown bear.
Don Bailey says brown bear.
Roberts at 508, and he's going to shoot first. If he 14s it.
There he is. Tip of the hat there from Don Bailey. Set his last pin. This is his last target. He still has to call it, so.
All right, here we go. Robert, you're up. You got 1 minute. Let's do it.
I forget when he said he started here, but it was in the early 90s.
He's been doing it a while.
Oh, yeah, a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
Both of those boys weren't even born yet.
Wonder how many targets they've set in their time here. Well, they set 300 plus every weekend.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, they do.
6 or 7 weekends a year for 20, 30 years.
30 years.
Yeah. They've set their fair share of targets.
Yep.
You ready? We'll start your 1 minute now.
Mr. Householder needs a 14 to put any kind of pressure on Jeff.
14 or bust. Oh, just
Straight tall
over.
for an 8. Yep, he knew it when it hit. So puts him at a 516.
So Jeff does have to hit foam.
Yep.
He has to shoot it.
Jeff needs 5 points to win this event.
Robert, who's in the 516. All right, Jeff. You now trail by 4 points.
That's got to feel good. But come on, Jeff. Shoot that 14. Let's give the crowd something to cheer about here.
All right. Whenever you get done glassing it, we'll give you your 1 minute.
I think he shoots at it.
I think so, too.
You ready, buddy?
He would have
He's
to,
pretty confident.
Yeah,
kid.
he would have to make a pretty big boo-boo to go over the back of this thing. He just needs to hit it somewhere to win. I think a man with his skill set can hit this thing.
Yeah, why not?
Boom.
And he did.
Inside out. Nice
Yes.
shooting, Jeff Rainey.
Oh, wow. Congratulations, Jeff. Way to end it.
That's a great shot.
All you do is foam, and you got it. Looks like you got yourself a pretty 14.
There it
Our
is.
champion, Jeff Rainey.
526 is his final score.
Second win of the season, third win ever in the known pro division. We're going to be seeing him.
Yeah.
He's young. He's good.
We didn't even call him his nickname. His buddies call him the Panda.
The Panda, right.
I didn't even mention
forgot
that.
about that.
He might need a new nickname, some kind of royalty nickname, if he keeps shooting like that.
Exactly. Here he comes, getting the headset on there. All right, he's got it there. Jeff Rainey, I want to ask you 2 questions. I'll ask them together. How does it feel taking the win and inside out 14 when you didn't even need to?
Oh man, I had a little more to say the last time, a little more speechless this time. To go back-to-back classics, back-to-back wins here in one of the toughest divisions in archery. It's so hard to dominate this class, and I'm not saying I've dominated it, but to come in here and get back-to-back wins is just special to me.
Jeff, I was bragging on you a little while ago that you've been playing the unknown game a little bit. You're a pretty good archer. Your indoor game's good. Your 3D game's good. ASA season's over, and you just seem like you got this momentum. Back-to-back is super hard to do in this class.
Yeah, I really enjoy shooting unknown. It's something I wish I was a little better at, but to be honest, I didn't put enough work in judging. Something I may continue to play with in the future. But yeah, I would like to have a few more tournaments with the way these last 2 have gone.
Yeah, for sure. Well, man, you've got some serious game out there. Congrats on back-to-back, and congrats on another classic.
Thanks, Aaron.
Congratulations,
Thanks, BJ.
Jeff. Great win there for Jeff Rainey, closing out the season. Folks, thanks for joining us this season. Darren Christianberry, Nathan Brooks, appreciate you guys as always, and everybody watching at home. Thanks for joining us this season. We will be back next year.